See, I'm telling you, that light is...
That light is just not conducive to the off-road consulting crew here.
Yeah, exactly. We're brutal on lights, that's all I can tell you.
You guys are not used to walking around on smooth concrete.
It really is a problem I'm finding. Okay, all right, so I think we're all set here now.
This is Eric from EMS Offroad. Today we're going to go over some of the items that are underneath your vehicle. Underneath, you have your lower control arm mounts. Again, you'll have your lower control arm. And then you'll have your one on the left. You have another one on the right. Right above them, you're going to have your upper control arms. Again, here, and then this one is tucked up over here. Of course, you got your front differential and your front axle assembly. And you have your front drive shaft. Here, this transmits power from your transfer case to your front differential. Engine oil pan. This keeps all the oil inside your engine. You got your bell housing. This one's an automatic, so you have a transmission oil pan as well. Underneath it, you have a cross member that Jeep adds as a minor skid plate to this to help keep items out of there. And also helps protect the exhaust. And your exhaust comes from the motor up here, travels down, crosses over between the two cross members, and joins up with this side and then continues out the back. Here you have your main transmission cross member, and to this is what your transmission mount is attached to, which is up above it there. Also attached to your transmission cross member, Jeep gives you a transfer case skid plate. Attaches from this, and they add yet another cross member back here for that skid plate to attach to. Above that skid plate, we have the transfer case. This is your four-wheel drive magic maker. This is what divides your power from to the front and to the rear, making you four-wheel drive. Moving back on the vehicle, we have our rear drive shaft. Doing the same as the front, bringing the power from the transfer case to the rear differential. On the Jeeps, they decided to put the evap canister. This is part of your emission controls. They mounted that here underneath. If you're considering taking your Jeep off-road, very cheap investment is the skid plate that goes over top of these. Because these are very expensive to replace when you simply put a crack in it. Moving to the rear axle, we have our rear lower control arm mounts, here and here, and then of course our rear lower control arm. Our upper control arm on the JK is mounted outboard of the frame, still going from the top of the axle to the frame. The lower control arm mounts on the JKs are notorious for getting caught on rocks, sticks, stumps, logs, etc. in this nature. So again, if you're considering going off-roading, they make a nice little skid that attaches to this and helps stiffen this up and protect these. On the rear axle assembly itself, we have our e-brake cables running out to your brakes. You have your coil spring. JKs have just a really small coil spring mount here. Your center differential. Also underneath your Jeep, on the four doors, you have a very long gas tank that's underneath this skid plate, going all the way back. Again, very common item to see dented up, get caught on off-roading, but they do give you a factory skid that holds up acceptably. On our rear axle, we have our rear track bar. Again, the track bar is going to hold the axle housing laterally in the vehicle, keeps it from moving from left to right. Here's the back side of here's our shocks and our lower shock mount. And on these, your sway bar mount's tucked way out here. And here's your rear sway bar coming up from the sway bar link, travels above the muffler, comes out on this side, and comes down to this bracket. Here's our rear caliper, our brake hose, the back half of your exhaust system. Here is your muffler in factory location on the Wranglers. I think that's everything.
That's probably about it. I don't even know if that's good. Why did this shut off again?
Yeah, sometimes they do that.
I'm gonna smash my face right off that.
Yeah, then just speak up because I think we still got the fan going.
Actually, if we just wait, that'll turn off here
Okay.
in like probably a minute or so. What else should we be talking about?
Well, you called it a center link, but people are going to go, what's a center link, what's a tie rod?
Right. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, I can call it either. Literally, it should be stopping any minute. Like,